Hello, class. On today's lesson, lesson 211, said strong mathematicians can solve real-world problems. So, we're doing our multiplication skills, and we're going to apply those in real-world situations. So, take out your pencil, your notebook, write down today's date, and let's begin. So, box 1, a word problem may sometimes include more information than you need to include, or not include enough information to solve it. So when solving word problems in real life, you need to determine what information is needed to solve the problem. Now, you don't need to write this down, but in a sense, you're thinking about that sometimes there might be more information than you need, or sometimes there's not enough. Usually in our cases, we'll see that there's probably more information than not enough, except for this lesson. So when solving a problem in real life, you need to determine what information is needed to solve the problem. So we can draw a little line, say word problems are coming up. What do I need to solve? And let's begin. So box 2 examples. Here we have right now. Jerry has 64 coins in his coin collection and 22 stamps in his stamp collection. His sister has 59 stamps in her collection. How many stamps do they have altogether? So what I need to look at first and most importantly, as we did in some other opportunities, is to underline and focus on what is the question they want me to solve. They want me to solve how many stamps do they have altogether. So if I go back to my problem, I'm looking at stamps. It says Jerry has 64 coins. Well, I'm looking for stamps. I really don't care how many coins he has. I mean, it's probably very cool, but I don't need that information right now. But I'm looking for stamps. So I see stamps here, and I see stamps here. All right. So now I see where the stamps are in this problem. I'm going to read the problem again to make sure I think of what the question is, to know that I want to try to find the answer for. So how many stamps do they have altogether? So Jerry has a collection of stamps, which would be Jerry's collection. Would have 22. So here's Jerry. He's got 22 stamps. And his sister, so put sis, has 49 stamps. And now they want to know how many stamps do they have all together. So I'm thinking about operations. If I think how many do they have all together, I'm thinking Jerry's stamps and sis's stamps are all on the table, and they're going to add them up. So we're going to add these two numbers right now. 22 plus 59. 9 plus 2 is 11. Put the 1 over there. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. So my answer would be 81 stamps is what they have all together. So pause this right now. So I think about maybe I'll write down like the extra information on the side. What's the extra? So you can separate what you need versus what you don't need. To make sure you really understand that word problems might see a lot of information in them, and we want to pull out just the most important parts and the things that we need to solve our problem. The campers and staff, here's another problem for us, said the campers and staff of a day camp are going to an amusement park on a bus. Each bus holds 26 people. How many buses will they need? All right, so the question is, how many buses will they need? All right, so it says each bus holds, let's see, so we got each bus holds 26 people. That's good. But let's see, wait a second. I don't see anything else that's going to help me solve this problem. I still have got some questions, right? So if it says each bus can hold 26 people, but I don't know how many campers and staff are going. So realistically, I can't solve this problem because I don't have enough information. So I would write can't solve because I don't know the number of students, of campers and staff. Let's get my teacher brain on. Campers and staff. Yeah, so pause it because some questions are going to say you might not be able to solve in this section because they might not have enough information. So the first one had too much, this one had too little. It feels like it's Goldilocks here. Hopefully the next one will be just right. So we have box 2, another example. Phyllis wants to make 7 pot holders. She needs 56 loops for each pot holder. She plans to give 5 pot holders away as gifts. How many loops does she need? All right, as our strategy for our word problems is to read it through twice to help us out. Phyllis wants to make 7 pot holders. She needs 56 loops for each pot holder. She plans to give 5 pot holders away as gifts. How many loops does she need? So our question we're focusing on is how many loops does she need? So when I read this, she wants to make 7 pot holders. All right. She needs 56 loops for each pot holder. So 56 loops for each pot holder would be important. All right, so that's for each one, and we know that she's going to make 7 pot holders, so that would tell me that one. She plans to give 5 away. That's great. That Phyllis is a really nice person. But this sentence right here, we don't need this because we don't care that she's given 5 away. We want to know how many loops she needs. So let's go back to our numbers right now. Phyllis wants to make 7 pot holders, all right? So there's 7 pot holders. Said she needs 56 loops for each pot holder. So that means if she makes 7 pot holders and each of them has 56 loops, this looks like to me this is going to be a multiplication problem. So we can, for old time's sake, we'll throw it in the area model. So we're going to put 7 right here. We're going to break up 56 into 50 plus 6. So 7 times 50 and 7 times 6. We'll start with our 1. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 50, or 5 tens, would be 35 tens. Since there's a 0 in the 1s, there'd be a 0 in the 1s here. I'm going to add up those numbers, 350 plus 42. And I'm going to answer of 392. Since it's a word problem, I'm going to go back to it. How many loops? So I need 392 loops. So you can see, once again, we had another problem that had extra information in it. So we got to make sure we get rid of that and don't include that into our equation because that's going to throw off our answer. So you can pause it right now and show the work for this multiplication problem to help you out again. And make sure you have labels when we do our word problems. So now it's your turn, so we'll read the problem, and you can pause the video and start to work it out. Said Adrian has been playing piano for 4 years. He practices 28 minutes a day. He's preparing for a recital that is 7 days away. How many minutes of practice will he complete before the recital? So you can pause the video, read the problem again to yourself, work it out, put the extra information on one side or cross it off, and just do the problem that you need to solve right now. Good luck. Here's another problem right now. Billy is saving $12 a week for a bike. When will he have enough money? I want you to answer that question now, so pause the video, work this problem out, and answer this question of when will he have enough money? And your last problem for today, a one-way airplane ticket costs $224. If a group of 6 people buy tickets for a 4-hour flight to Florida, how much will their tickets cost? So once again, pause the video, reread the problem, think, what's my question asking me, and what information do I need to answer that problem? Said, good luck. So as always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to write them down or share them out. If you have any strategies that you use to help you, make sure you include those as well, as we can use that for a discussion. And as always, thanks for another great lesson.